Okay, today we're going to take notes on interval notation. Okay, so this kind of builds off of yesterday. Um, so interval notation is another way of expressing the answer to an inequality, which is what we were working on yesterday. It uses parentheses and brackets. Okay, to show where the graph starts and where the graph ends. Okay, so pay close attention here at the symbols. Okay. The parentheses mean not included or open circle. So what you need to know about parentheses, it's going to be open circle. Okay. Brackets means included or closed. So it's going to deal with the closed circle. Okay. So parentheses is open circle. Brackets is closed circle. And so notice right over here, we have the symbols, the open circle symbols and the closed circle inequality symbols. Okay. Now, if, and we're going to talk about this, the infinity sign, which is like a sideways 8, you can have infinity or you can have negative infinity. So we have infinity and then we can have negative infinity. Okay. So with infinity or negative infinity, you always use parentheses. Okay. So with infinity and negative infinity, you always use parentheses. With open circle, you use parentheses. With closed circle, you use brackets. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're not going to solve all of these. I'm going to give you the answer and then we're going to graph it and write it in interval notation. Okay. The solving we worked on yesterday. But so today we're just going to work on knowing how to write it in interval notation and knowing how to graph it. Okay. So like if we look at number one's answer is going to be X is greater than -9. So write that down. That's the answer. So yesterday we worked on graphing these. So we would have -9, -8, -7, -6, -5. It's going to be an open circle. All right. So open circle on -9. It's going to the right. So we draw our line and graph it. So that's what we did yesterday. Now, what we're going to do is write it in interval notation. Okay. So now we got to write it in interval notation. So how we would write this is we would put -9. And notice how it just keeps going and going. And it's going positive. It's going in a positive direction. So it'll be positive infinity. And then if I go up here and look, if it's an open circle, it's parentheses. And if it's infinity, it's parentheses. And so that's how we would write our interval notation. Okay. Now, one thing I want you to make note of is that up here, that if it's going to the right, it's going to be positive infinity. If it's going to the left, it's going to be negative infinity. All right, that'll make a little bit more sense in just a second. Okay. All right, let's go and look at number 2. All right, so the answer for number 2 is going to be X is less than -5. Remember, that means it's going to be an open circle. All right, so just like we graphed it, if this is -5, this be -6, -7, -8. Okay. It's going to be an open circle on 5, and it's going to the left. Now, notice how it's going to the left. So remember I told you that it's going to be negative infinity. So what do I see first? If I like read left to right, okay? Left to right, I see the arrow first, and it's pointing at negative infinity. Okay? So it's negative infinity, comma, and then I see -5. And remember, our notes say if it's in any of the infinities, it's parentheses. If it is open circle, it's parentheses. So there's my interval notation. Okay? Let's look at number 3. The answer is x is less than or equal to -2. This is going to be a closed circle. Okay. Let's graph it. So we got -2, -3, -4, -5. I'm going to put a closed circle right over the top of -2. It's pointing to the left. Okay. Again, look left to right. And I see the arrow first. So that's going to be negative infinity, comma, and then I see the -2. Now, infinities are parentheses, but closed circles are brackets. Okay, so make sure you make that a bracket. All right, so we got parentheses here. It's curved, bracket, make it sharp. Okay, and that's our interval notation. Okay, look at number 4. The answer is going to be x is greater than or equal to 4. And we know it's going to be closed. Okay. And so if I graph this, I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Closed circle over top of 4. And we go. Okay. Now, again, look left to right. What do I see first? I see 4. My arrow is going to the right, so that's going to be a positive infinity. Now, closed circle is on the 4, so that's my bracket. Okay. Remember, parentheses always go with infinity. And so there's my interval notation right there. Okay. Let's do just a few more. Just make sure you got the hang of it. Let's look at number 5. Okay. The answer is x is less than 1. This is going to be a open circle. Okay. So if I have 1, 0, -2, -3, okay, it's going to be open on 1. It's going to the left. Remember, look left to right. What do I see first? I see the arrow first pointing to the left. So that's negative infinity, comma. Then I have 1. And so remember, infinity signs is parentheses. Open circle is parentheses. Okay, let's look at number 6. X greater than or equal to -7. Let's graph it. So got -7, -6, -5, -4, -3. This is going to be closed. Look left to right. What do I see first? Sorry, let's graph it. So it's closed circle on -7, and it's going to the right. What do I see first? I see the -7, comma. It's going to the right, so it's a positive infinity. Since it's closed circle, On the 7, it's a bracket. And remember, infinity is always parentheses. Okay. Let's do number 7, then we'll be done. So I have x is less than or greater to 6. We know this is going to be a closed circle. So let's graph it. So I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Closed circle. Sorry, 5 and 4. Closed circle on 6. It's going to the left. So if I look left to right, what do I see first? I see the arrow. It's going to the left, so that's negative infinity. Then I see the 6. Okay. Now remember, infinity signs are parentheses. And then this is closed circle on the 6, so it's a bracket. So make sure you try to make sure we know that that's a bracket. Okay. So for those at home, all you have to do is take these notes today. Okay. If you need to get caught up on any other assignments, you can do that now, but just make sure you have these notes and make sure you have yesterday's homework ready to bring in tomorrow. Okay. Got any questions? Let us know. Thanks.